Yes, I am starting a wide grip pull down for leg day. It is a little weird, I must admit. But recently I was doing some changes with my workouts that I do. And one of the things I noticed is I wasn't getting enough energy on my backs because I started doing, because I do it in order of what I prioritize the most. So first would be my chest, and it was my biceps. And I was noticing once I got to my back part of my upper days, I was noticing that I was like flat out tired, and I was like, I wasn't able to push myself as hard as I could. So I decided to change it to my leg days, so I could be able to focus on it better, more individually, you know. Because when you're on leg day, you don't do any similar muscle groups, you know. So, yeah. So I am starting with wide grip pull-outs. Yeah.
Yeah, ain't never play with me. I'm on certain, like.
It's
just me and my company.
What's nice about wide grip pull-downs is just a nice exercise that feels good on a general term. And one of the more important things is, I don't have them on me right now, but one of the more important things is to have it straps. As you don't want to go into failure for, you know, for your 2 reps, but you could have gone for like 10, but you fell failure in your forearms, you know. So, straps. So, funny story about this particular exercise is I did this one for last week's video, right? And unfortunate thing that happened was the video, like the sound didn't produce properly, right? Which is a little awkward. However, there was a funny thing that happened because I used the leg cuff instead of a wrist cuff for this exercise. And what happened was actually kind of funny. The cuff broke, right? Like full on just snapped. And like my hand went flying and I fell off the chair. And obviously I didn't add that part because there's a lot of vocal premise in it. It wouldn't have made sense if I just put it in the video without any context. But man, that hurt my finger. So this exercise, for explanation, is called sagittal plane pullover, right? Basically, it's a very, very delicious exercise for growing your lats, right? It's part of my back day. So, I mean, you know, very good exercise. I definitely recommend to do so. Basically, you just take your arm, you do a suitable weight for you. I'm doing 15 right now. And you just strain your arm and you lower it and you squeeze your lat at the back, right? And very good exercise. Yeah, very easy exercise, pretty straightforward. It's a little awkward in the beginning when you first try it, but obviously after time you get like more used to it and stuff. But another exercise I definitely recommend for your back days, or you know, whatever you're doing, your upper body days and stuff. Today I decided I'm feeling like to do some RDLs. Yes. Just because I'm used to doing on my leg days to start off with leg curls, right? But I wanted to start off with SDLs, but I didn't want to do SDLs today, so I'm going to do some RDLs today. Right. Which is basically your standard deadlift, but a little different. I'll show you. So, starting off, I either start off with 100 kgs to warm up, which I know sounds like a little bit of a flex. It's not though. Let me show you. So, I don't even know where to put this thing. Okay. Okay. So, right, what I usually do to start off is I do it like a normal, completely normal deadlift, you know, back straight, you know, knees bent a little bit. And then I normally just lift the bar. But instead of going down all the way, I keep my legs straight, right? And my back straight. And I stretch my hamstring out. That's good. That's good. A really, really good exercise. Let me pull this up. A really good exercise that targets your hamstrings. I particularly enjoy it. I know most people do. Also, it's good on your lower back, depending how weak or how strong your lower back is. But yeah, tremendous exercise. I recommend you to do it. It burns though, it burns. I do recommend though that when you do these, you have to make sure that your form is good, because you don't want to be injuring yourself for no reason, you know. It's much like deadlift. You can really injure your back if you don't have the proper form. And it can do some really serious damage if you don't do it properly. I cannot stress that enough. I cannot. But, yes.
Nigga ain't never play with me, I'm on certain, like.
Start make a beat, got to stick it out the oven.
It's just me and my company. Don't share it all on my read.
It's another hamstring exercise. It's very good that you do a stretch exercise for your hamstrings, a curl exercise for your hamstrings, because your hamstring is similar in some ways to your bicep. Similar. I'm not saying it's the same, because your other bicep is somewhere else, you know. So it's very similar in a sense. So yeah, that's why normally when I start off, I normally do a curl first. Then I do a stretch exercise, whether it be a 45-degree extension, or whether it be an RDL, or whether it be an SDL, you know. Just depends on what type of exercise you want to do, you know. Make sure to take your lower weighted reps to a slower pace, especially when you're doing your warm-ups. You want to make sure you can get that, you can get a pump, you know, you can get the blood flow moving. It's quite simple actually, but yeah, you want to make sure you have those done. You want to make sure your legs also tighten in, as always. So next up is hip abduction, aka sus exercise. Not my favorite one to do, but I know that it is necessary, because doing every bit of your muscles, every single muscle is beneficial. So, you know. Okay, we start off. So, what's really weird about this exercise, right, is, for me in particular, I can't do full stack. Well, I can do it, but I can't do it for long. This exercise, I can't truly reach failure because I get a cramp by the time I end. I don't know. There's probably some, wait, there we go. There's probably some specific way that I'm supposed to be doing it, you know, that I'm not doing properly, but you know, I'll figure it out. It's, at this moment, it's not too deep for me, but I'll figure it out. It's important to, when you're on social media, that you push yourself regardless of what you're filming or how you're filming. It's important that you take your training first, beyond anything else. That's a little random, but some people tend to get fake on social media, right? And they'll do some crazy lightweight, like, I don't know, 50 on their leg extension. And then they'll be like, you know, faking out, you know, trying to show people that they're like pushing their hardest, you know. Meantime, they can always go heavier and like, you know, push themselves a bit more. It's important also to take your sets seriously. All right, this is the part where the squat comes into play. All right, so I usually do, for all closed purposes, I cannot do a normal squat to save my life. You know, and it's really strange because it's really heavy on my lower back. You know, and it hasn't been a problem like this forever. You know, it's kind of just developed over time. And as time goes on, it gets better, maybe it gets worse. I don't know, maybe one day I'll be able to do squats again properly, you know. But for now, I stick with I mean, I can't do squats. I did 140 the other day. But, I mean, that wasn't as bad as if I'm doing like way heavier weights, you know. But after a while I get used to it, hopefully. If not, I guess we'll just struggle. Okay, so I normally do one set of these as my usual thing. I make sure my legs are wide because my femurs are very long. Yep. And I usually do it one light set for warm up, and then I'll move into like a heavier set. Do like 2 plates or something, you know. Depends. So I know a lot of you guys in the comments are gonna be like, oh, training glutes is not for men, it's for women. Oh my God, why are you training glutes? Why are you doing hip thrust? Well, for one reason, the reason why I don't look like a mango. some of you dudes be looking like mangoes because you guys don't train your glutes, doesn't straighten your back up properly. Instead, you're built like, I don't know, but like some crazy thing. And it's just, it's, I wouldn't say very important, but it's much like every other muscle group. It's important to train it. Every single muscle group is important to train, except debatably your neck. You know, because I don't know if you know this, you can develop sleep problems and such and such and such if you train your neck. I guess and breathing problems if you train your neck. So, I mean, not a good idea to train your neck. Bottom line, just not a good idea. You know, I don't recommend it. I mean, at the end of the day, you can do what you want for training. But I mean, also at the end of the day, it's what happens to you, you know. It's your own problem if you develop problems, you know. So, but my recommendation, don't train neck. You can train traps, but don't train neck. Or you can, it's okay, free will, but yeah. So, normal hip thrust. It's how you keep your back. It's how you keep your body in a, you know, straight. I don't know. I guess it aligns you as a person. I'm saying it completely wrong, in the most unscientific, basic way I can say it as a person. But trust me, like you're gonna want to look it up if you don't believe me. So just slow, controlled reps. All right. Now, I want to talk to you guys. If y'all want to see some different content, you know, let me know down below because I want to make what you guys want to like see. You know, there's a lot of content I want to make. There's a lot of content that you guys want to see, and I want to try to align those up so that you can enjoy and I can enjoy. Because I like making these videos. You know, sure it's been a passion of mine to be a YouTuber, but at the end of the day, I enjoy making content, you know. It's fun for me, you know. I mean, it is a little awkward being in the middle of the gym talking to a camera, but it's fun. I don't know, I enjoy it. I have a certain, I don't know what the word is. I should enjoy for doing it, you know. So, if you, like, whatever you guys want to see, you know, let me know in the comments down below. But, frankly enough, this is the last exercise I'm doing for leg skin. Normally I do calf raises at the end, but I did that yesterday because I changed out my split a bit. I train forearms and calves with my upper body now. It's just easier, I don't know. It doesn't really matter because calves aren't my biggest focus because God blessed me with naturally bigger calves. So it's not an important muscle for me to train, you know, so yeah. But you guys tell me what you guys want to see. So we're just gonna see the leg pump and what it truly does, you know, when you train legs that are hard.